I met with like the producers first, then I met with like the supervising writers, and my last meeting was Jost and Che, and Jost was in bed, and but he was so nice. Like we had a really nice conversation, but we didn't talk in all my meetings. We didn't really talk about like the job,
right?
And I was like, oh, everyone's either being too cool or they've already decided like I'm not getting it, so they're just meeting with me because they have to.
Maybe, but even then, it's like why? I feel like that was the age of blowing everything off. And then I did audition the next year, but I don't think anybody even watched it.
Yeah.
Because it was a video again.
Yeah, I did a showcase the next year.
Oh, cool.
And I yeah.
Wow, that's great. That's great. I love that for you.
Oh no, don't love it that much. It didn't go anywhere. We all ended up in the same room.
Right. Here we actually, and my life is better for it. So you're right.
No, that was a weird one because like it was a show and the vibe was horrific. Like a lot of funny people were on that show.
Yeah.
But the green room, it was just like
stress.
Everyone was just like looking at their phones and
like
walking,
God,
like
a
doing this thing,
nightmare.
and then there's like someone coming in and be like, all right, you're up next, and you're up next, and everyone was just
I
like,
would lose my mind.
It was bad.
I hate auditioning anyway. Like I'm not good at it. I like think I should be allowed to give you $20 and I get a call back. Like I don't think that I'm not for the process. Like
the process is terrible.
Exactly. Like and every time I've ever just been hired on to like a show, like anything broadcast, where they're like, this is just an offer. I'm like, I crushed it. I crushed it because I didn't have the nerves of like, am I good enough?
That's so
just
interesting.
think I'm good enough.
So that's happened before where you just skip the process and you've just been, see, that's great.
It doesn't happen often enough.
Sure.
And I'll tell you, I did a lot of process and I was like, this was a waste of everyone's time.
Yeah, I just auditioned for something. Again, I don't audition much, but I just read for something that was like 5 scenes. And I was like, this is a lot of
so much.
It's a lot of acting for a thing where it's like, I'll do a few and then maybe we can talk and I'm down to do the work, but you kind of go like, how much of this is like,
who's it for?
You have to make a decision. You have to decide, am I going to try?
Right. And also, I'm like, wouldn't one scene be enough? Like, you really need me to memorize 10 pages of dialogue. And around page 3, you haven't decided it ain't you.
Yeah.
You're really sitting through it forever. Like, I don't buy it. I mean, I remember I auditioned for a show where it was funny. It was like truly the same, like 15 pages.
So much.
And like, I had to have chemistry. So I like begged an ex-boyfriend to shoot it with me because I was like, we'll have like good chemistry, and
there's like a story behind the story.
Right, it's like so much of like extending myself to like hell and back.
Yeah,
and then they just gave it to like the main actor's friend, who like the entire summer had been posting pictures like hanging, and I'm like, so. You didn't even watch this, did you?
Yeah, you got to try.
Right.
Like, that's the thing. You always got to try because it's like, especially for me, when it's like, I don't get a lot of these like things.
Yeah.
I feel like you audition more than me, though.
Not anymore. I don't even have an agent.
Really?
I'm out here flying solo dolo.
You're flying solo?
It's weird.
Why are you flying solo?
I don't know. This is why Hollywood is bankrupt. Because they've abandoned me in the streets. And I'm like, hello, I have all these projects.
Up and be...
It makes no sense. Yeah. And like, truly... Like the cliff notes are, I had an agent who got let go from CAA because she was too expensive, and I had a manager who retired from the industry because it was going nowhere. And so I'm like, great.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
What does too expensive mean in that context? Like too many dinners and things?
I think CAA absorbed ICM, and she had too many clients, and it was like, oh, we're paying her a lot of money when we could just kick half of her clients off of our roster and absorb the others.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so now
what is she doing?
She's a manager, but she's managing the people that. So I'm like, I'm not on SNL, so she's not my manager.
I see. I
so
don't think
tough.
you need. I mean, I love my team. I love my team.
We love your team.
But like, you can go. You can don't look at the camera like
we love his team.
My team is great. I do love my team. But I'm trying to say, I think you can.
We love his team.
All right, we're done with appreciation for my people.
But yeah,
but you can go a long way, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. And, well, so far it's been like honestly hilarious. Where I'm like, I guess we're just gonna leave this money on the table. I guess it's going in my pocket. Yeah. Nobody wants it.
Yeah.
So who knows? I just also think that like. It's a weird time to be a Black woman in the industry, not to bring it down. No. But I do feel like once the midterms happen and they're like no longer afraid of woke, because I think that I present as woke no matter what I do. Like I could be like, this is just a show of my titties and it's a Playboy. It's a show that has nothing to do with me being Black, and they're like, and you're woke.
Yeah.
So like we need to see Trump lose on the national stage in a very
for you to book a sitcom.
Yeah, and for an agent to reach out to be like, so sorry about that weird 2-year period.
Don't you think that's weird? Like that the culture. I understand the culture shifting. Like this guy's in power. Yeah. It empowers like losers and people that are like
scammers. And idiots.
Yeah. It kind of they're having their biggest moment.
Yeah, they're doing
and I do think it will turn around. But isn't it weird that like the powers that be get nervous about it too.
Well, I think that they really think there's going to be backlash, like especially in like the consolidation era where it's like, okay, well now Paramount wants to own all of these different places, and like what they've done to CBS, it's like, yeah, people probably are like, if we lay low, he won't hire somebody to take all of our jobs and ruin the network. But like the spoiler alert is like, well, there's only 3 TV shows being made a year now. They're not that good. So like maybe just stick to what you're good at, which is like making stuff. But I think that everybody's just like scared right now in a way that is so cowardly. And I'm like, can we just age into power so that we can like, I need leaders. I need leaders.
Because you also can kind of influence the way people talk about things and the way people look at the world around them through art. Even if it is as silly as like a TV show that's a slapstick comedy or a movie that's just like a complete like romance fantasy, it does affect the way people think. And it's like,
absolutely feel that. And like this summer, I mean, the Odyssey.
I haven't seen it yet. Should I go see it?
No spoilers, but
all right.
No, it's great. But I think like the backlash from the right wing about the casting, like it's specifically Lupita, even though she's in the movie for 5 minutes and like whatever, it's like the fact that it's like gonna make $1 billion is such a rebuke of all of this idiocy, where it's like, if the movie is good, nobody cares what the people look like, and like it really is not to the detriment of the story, and it really hasn't, like it just has nothing to do with the story. It's actually really interesting. And I just think that like we're gonna have more and more instances of that. Like we're watching Tom Holland and Zendaya, who are now married, be the biggest stars in Hollywood, making the most money ever. And it's like, hey, looks like the younger generation is actually not so anti-woke. Like Spider-Man is for sure for the people. Sorry guys, breaking news.
The Lupita thing was like, I go back and forth on this where I go, sorry, I need to clarify. Let me get to the sentence.
The look on your producer's face is like, oh,
I don't know. Historically, no. What I was going to say is like, I don't know how much attention we should give these people that are like,
I agree.
That are like, oh, wow, it's the woke Odyssey. It's like anyone with half a fucking brain cell is like, shut the fuck up.
Right. Like you
so
are.
I kind of go like, do we engage with these people that are so obviously operating in bad faith?
Right.
And I like, there are people in my life that get riled up about that stuff. Like, can you see what they're doing? I'm like, you can't take the bait. Because at this point, it's feeling more and more pathetic and less like they even have some, like, I'm like, I don't think they believe it.
No, they don't.
It's just the marching orders they get.
Exactly. Like they're supposed to be against all of this stuff. And it's like, they felt like they won something when Trump won. But like, objectively, people want to see good, big, cinematic Christopher Nolan movies, and like they don't care who they cast. If he does a full black cast, people are gonna see that shit. And I think that you're right. Like, you know, I remember Rotten Tomatoes just like disabled all of the sort of hate downvoting of the movie. So they're like, this is reflective of people who like certified ticket buyers and critics. And they were so mad. Like that group of people online were just like, oh, so you're not going to let us like tank the movie? They're like, no, you're nobody.
You have no place in culture. Like you don't understand art. You don't understand literature. You don't understand history. You're just mad because someone told you to be mad that a white person is no longer in this role. And it's like, there's a cyclops in the movie. There's a man with one eye.
I'm watching a woman mold people into pigs, but okay, I guess we could just like, zoom out and say this isn't real.
That's why I go like, we can't play this game every day. It's like the person that keeps like hitting you in the back of the car on the road trip. It's literally. Like at one point you got to be like, either hit them back hard or like, or just like stop giving them the attention they want, because we're gonna live in this like never-ending troll culture, and it just is like
100%.
It just makes me go insane.
Deeply embarrassing and boring. Like I think that like we're gonna look back as like this culture moment just as like, this sucked. This was so stupid. What a waste of everyone's energy. Like
I think it'll all disappear in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like I think that's what it is too. It's so forgettable.
Yes.
It's so like
the moment the movie came out, it was like, well, I guess people like it.
Yeah. All right, we're good. It's what we were saying about congestion pricing or about like when the biscuit. Yeah, it's just like
you overcome it one time and people are like, I guess I have to do something else.
God damn it. I guess I gotta go see the movie. Like,
what if I didn't just react to stuff? Now I have nothing to react to. Damn.
Oh my God. You're someone who's very online. Yes. I'm someone who's very online. You are in the public persona. Or in the public, like what am I trying to say? Stratosphere world. What do you make right now of the Ariana Grande stuff? That's been like front of mind.
I
for me
was
this
like
week.
hoping you would ask me about this all day, because I
really
yes. On the way in, I was like, I hope we actually talk about this, because I am a person who believes that like eating disorders actually are in many ways contagious. Like being a woman in my 30s, I grew up in the culture of like thigh gaps, hip bones, Kate Moss, pro anorexia websites. And that shit is horrible. Like when you see that when you're young and like, let's say most of Ariana Grande's fans are teenagers. Like, and I love Ariana, but like I'm one of her old fans. You know what I mean? If I go to the concert, I'm not wearing the bunny ears.
No.
So, just put
You're
it
wearing the Crocs.
I'm wearing the Crocs. And
get me out of the pit.
Yes. And so it's like, these are kids who idolize her for everything that she is. The songwriting, the vocals, the visuals, and like the visuals include what she looks like.
Totally.
And there is this weird media gaslighting that is like, you shouldn't talk about women's bodies. And it's like, okay, but that feels disingenuous because like you do. Like, I don't see them pulling any punches about Lizzo. I don't see them pulling any punches about any, I mean, like these are headlines when any celebrity goes on Ozempic and suddenly looks different. So like the idea that suddenly we're not talking about bodies in the culture, like we just suddenly this is a new thing is not true. But the other thing is like, she does not look well. And like, I'm not a doctor. I don't want to prescribe what she should be doing with her life. But the idea that like a young girl who's already under pressure to be skinny in the culture that we're in is looking up to someone who is so skinny and much skinnier than she's ever been in her career. I think that like it is worth having the conversation, maybe not at her expense and like maybe not to her. Like I do feel for her in the comments. I think that sucks.
I think that's, well, sorry, finish that thought.
Well, but I guess like all just to say, like, I think that like it's an important conversation to have because like it's the most deadly mental illness. Like people who have eating disorders have them their entire lives and like a lot of people die. And so it's like, it feels like it's important. And we're having this sort of like silly conversation online, which is like, are we even allowed to talk about it? I'm like, well, let's just assume we're all talking about it. And what's next? Like,
I hear where you're coming from. I think I lean a little more it's into the we're not doctors thing.
Sure.
Where I just don't like the visual test. You go like, okay, this doesn't seem great.
Yeah.
But I was floored by like the comments on like the recent video.
Yeah.
Where I was like, everyone on here is like, this is this and this is that and this is this, and I'm like, well, this is crazy. Like this obsession is a little weird. But then I was like, I'm always leaning towards like, I don't know what I don't know.
Right.
And so I get a little freaked out by it all of like, you don't know what kind of like health battle someone's fighting privately.
Right.
And so I just kind of go, well, I don't want to like say anything terrible, but it's like, for all we know, she has like cancer or something. Or so like, there are all different kinds of things or like a rare disease that like, it's just sort of like, I get the element of like, this looks like an eating disorder and it feels like it could be bad, but I go like, my takeaway from the whole thing is I'm shocked how many people are quick to be like,
totally.
What the fuck? Why is no one doing anything? And I'm like, I just don't know. And I'm like, God, the parasocial thing is like,
it's so tough. And like, I think that you're right. Like, I do feel like we are not doctors and like we do live in a culture of like TikTok diagnosis where it's like, she has this and this is the problem and here's the solution. And I'm like, none of you have a degree and none of you know her. It's just like a bunch of fans talking to each other. And so that's why I'm like, if they want to discuss it privately or like, if I had kids, I would be like, hey, let's just have a chat. Because like I'm watching the music video and there are skinny people in this video next to her who look like they are huge because of how small she looks. Yeah. And so like if this is something where you're like, I wish I looked like Ariana Grande, which I'm sure is not a small number of people.
You're probably not wrong.
Then like, I do think that it's like, that is not humanly possible for you without several things, potentially an illness. Like, and let's just be honest about that because like if you're striving for that, there are only a number of ways to get there.